Hello, my name is CJ, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about my eBay story. I kind of started in 2000 when I was simply trying to refresh my own collections. I had been collecting Monopoly as a toy department manager since the early 1980s, and it was so exciting to be able to find a vintage 1935 Monopoly set on eBay. I'd only ever seen one other. It took me 8 years to find it, and the minute I saw it up in a Spokane antique store, I bought it immediately because I had to have it. And now here's eBay, and you can get these Monopoly games any day of the week. I was in heaven. So my partner MJ and I had decided that we really like this eBay stuff. And we were there all the time, finishing our collections, just finding stuff. It was very exciting. Then, just as we were taking this picture of the family, I got news that I was going to lose my job. And I was going to have to figure out now, what do I really want to do when I grow up? So, we had a few months and we didn't have to know right away. But I was going to have to do something by within 3 or 4 months to decide what the heck I was going to do. And I love this eBay stuff so much, I decided, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. We're going to try to sell the stuff that we like the best. And I'd been a Christmas buyer, and we loved decorating. So we started with the idea that we were going to buy and sell antique and vintage Christmas on eBay. Therefore, our name came out, XOXmas, Hugs and Kisses Christmas. Mostly we'd been garage sale junkies, and we'd been buying all of our stuff in garage sales, and still do. If there was no eBay, we'd still be out there looking for the fun of the hunt. And we spend a great deal of time getting our stuff every weekend so that we can start the exciting process of selling all over again. Then all of a sudden, back in 2002, eBay put this thing on the website about this exciting new thing called eBay Live. We went to it, and immediately my sales doubled, and it took me half the time to do it because the kind of information that eBay was willing to give you on how to improve your sales was so exciting. Well, it didn't take more than a couple of wet Sundays for us to realize that we needed more than just garage sales to be able to enhance our business. So at eBay Live in Orlando in 2003, we became trading assistants. And that year we had gone out on the world's longest garage sale from Gadsden, Alabama to Covington, Kentucky to be able to find new product to sell. Well, we had a wonderful time on the garage sale. I can't tell you how much fun it was, but we didn't find that much to sell. So, living in California and being almost on the East Coast, we decided we'd take the northern route home, and we would stop and see Mount Rushmore and Old Faithful. And I had just signed up to become a trading assistant and thinking that that would really be another good way to get inventory, certainly no cost to me, and we would be able to sell a lot of more stuff. And as I was taking this picture of Old Faithful, I got my very first phone call to become a trading assistant. This guy wanted me to sell his Rolex Submariner. Looked a little bit like this one, but actually it was one of only 12 that Rolex ever made. Well, long story short, we met, came to terms on how we would sell it, and as I was driving to Spokane to meet with that family again for the Christmas holidays, we got a call from a doctor in Florida who wanted to buy that watch. It ended up selling for $72,000, and he flew out from Florida to meet my client in Southern California. The deal went together, and I made a few $1,000s for making the transaction happen. Well, MJ and I were now hooked. We were eBay forever. This was getting better and better, and we just I was selling real estate at the time and doing eBay. And eBay was in my blood. I loved it. And so we decided that, along with all the other antiques and other things that we were doing, it was time to open our own brick and mortar store where people would come to us and they would drop off their stuff, we would sell it, and in addition we were going to run a little internet cafe in there. So as that got set up, the next most logical thing was to become an education specialist and teach other people how to do eBay. And I really thought it would be a great thing for my trading assistant business, and it has been. People come to the classes and they decide that maybe this is just a little bit more work than they actually wanted to put into it, and would we go ahead and sell the stuff for them? Well, that works out great. But the real serendipity is that you not only learn and educate yourself more about eBay and how to do better on eBay, teaching and helping other people succeed has become a real fun, wonderful thing to do. Today I'm teaching classes at Irvine Valley College, and I help Janet, a friend of mine, teach at Concordia University to the MBAs. And each class is better than the next. So as education specialists, we get to meet other education specialists, and we get to meet other people who are just like we are, wanting to do better on eBay. And that whole transition has been so wonderful. It not only makes you better, but you're helping people all the way through. That's me. And that's a little caricature of Griff in the background at one of the eBay lives, and you can tell how I'm really having fun, and I just love this eBay stuff. This is our house today. We ended up losing the lease on that little location we had, and we decided, well, let's just do this from our house for a while. And that's what we're doing. We'd been looking for probably a year for another location and are doing so well out of our home, we're just going to stay here. The cost is cheaper, and it's just a great place to be, working from home and enjoying everything you're doing. Now I'm getting new trading assistant people. This is a collection of chalkware I've got for one person, and word of mouth leads from one place to another, to where I've got a whole store full of San Clemente Village Gourmet, as we're helping them sell out of all their clearance merchandise, as they have decided to liquidate and no longer be a store. We also got a collection of Hallmark. One trading assistant customer led us to another, and they're dropping off boxes and boxes of Hallmark ornaments for us to sell. We've been able to help our community. We put up another eBay traveling lab coat when one of our OSI rock stars fell and hurt herself in Chicago, and we were able to donate a great deal of the portion of the sale of this coat, this new traveling lab coat, to help her and other people with brain injuries. And we're just about to embark again on selling for a rock star, Anastasia. We've got a lot of her clothing and some of her special things from her concerts that we'll be selling for her, donating a percentage of it to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. And her fans are very excited to be able to get some of Anastasia's personal items. Well, this is where I sit, and this is the view I have as I look every day, listing wonderful new things on eBay, and knowing that my life is better every day because eBay is a part of it. We take our own pictures. We've set up our own studio. Used to be a den, looks more like a photo studio now. We pack our own stuff. And we have classes in our home. All of that put together makes for a wonderful, wonderful life on eBay, and I wouldn't have it any other way. My family knows that I'm an eBay junkie, and they know that it has enhanced my life and puts a smile on my face every single day. Allows us all to get a little bit better and do a little more for the things that we love. Thanks for listening to my story.